Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for the game, the reboot of the game. I got busy and I didn't get a chance to upload these when they aired, but it is what it is. I might just go ahead and just continuously do it in twos because I think it's only 8 episodes anyway. So I don't. I guess they probably was like, we don't know how it's gonna do, so we just gonna do 8. And I'm like, child, it's been good so far. What's wrong with you? But anyway, with this third episode, it started out with Jameson somewhere training, and I'm like, oh, okay, look at him at a facility. But come to find out, he's at a facility that he's not even supposed to be at. Like before hours, I think he has been either uh bartering time in some way or paying how he can to get in where he fit in because he can't do it during regular business hours. He has to get up like super early just to get his training in. He can't just solely think he gonna get it done by jogging all the time. So old boy who was the security guard, he was like, yeah, this gonna have to be your last one because I need my job. So he was like, man, please, I need this. He was like, I can't do it, man. I need this job. So he gonna have to find somewhere else to do all of his stuff. Tasha is talking to Brittany, who y'all know is Jason Pitt's daughter, and telling her all her tasks that she needs done for the week. She got like it's like this is a running thing. Like everybody got a white party coming up. Like I think this is the episode. This might not be it though, because I might be getting the other episode cleared, mixed up. But yeah, she's telling her tasks, and so this heifer thinks she gonna go with her, and she was like, no. She's trying to sign this dude, and he feels like Tasha might not be the one. And he live in like someplace in Georgia, like a really, really, really country part of Georgia, and he is all about that country life, like milking cows and feeding pigs and all of that. Like, so she's planning on going to Georgia. And so she trying to go with her. And so she was like, nah, heifer, you need to go do what I need you to do. Well, we end up see Jameson. We see him at Malik's house. And here we go. We seeing the deceased friend again. He in the pool with Malik, and Jameson is actually installing a television. And so he sees something on, like, I guess it's supposed to be their version of Sports Center. And they are basically reading Malik. It's somebody that's like Stephen A. that's on there. And I cannot stand Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith. I cannot stand him. Like, I just can't. But anyway, we ain't gonna get into that. It don't even matter. But yeah, he's talking. And he's just like, I just think he ain't it. Like, what we not finna do is this. And so Malik then got so mad, he done broke the TV. I'm like, boy, why? Why you tearing up stuff like that? Done broke the TV just because you got money. Just got it installed. Like, boy. So it is what it is. He in his feelings. And I'm like, boy, that ain't nothing to be in your feelings about. People gonna talk. Go somewhere and sit down. So we see the friend that Brittany is living with, and they're at the place. And so she's like, look, there's a situation going on. And so she was like, oh, I don't really want to do this. So she was like, girl, you know what you got to do. Like, you need this in order to eat and have somewhere to stay. So don't even try it. Tasha is on her private jet and doing a Zoom or whatever meeting with somebody, and they want to know if she's going to sign that person who she is trying to get on her roster. And so she was literally in the middle of saying, yeah, we gonna get him, when he was like, nah, I ain't going with her, I'm going with somebody else. So she looking like, oh no, I got to hurry and get down to Georgia. Ain't nobody got time for this. Brittany has already booked the vehicle for her. Now, she wanted her to book like a Bentley or something like that. And so she was like, well, I didn't do that. I booked you a pickup truck. And that'll appeal to him. And so she was like, okay, that's smart. But next time I say Bentley, it better be a Bentley. Like, do you understand me? I'm like, child, you doing the most. Malik is talking to like the person who is pretty much the Malik of the now, who everybody wants him. And he plays for the team and all this other stuff. And They are discussing No Nut November. Don't know if any of y'all have heard of that, but if you haven't, you have definitely been living under a rock. This is a time where men, for various reasons, even if it's just watching football, they will sit up there and say, oh, well, I'm not going to have sex, ejaculate in any kind of way during the month of November because of the clarity that they feel like they are going to receive, the manifestations that they want to come to pass. They just feel like they will be able to get so much done if they do not ejaculate. Malik is not trying to hit it. And Jameson came from out of nowhere. Was like, oh, you talking about November? He was like, see, you too? Now, y'all know how Malik get down. Malik have sex every day of the week with several people. Sometimes it's threesomes, foursomes, orgies, and everything else in between. Like, he stay having sex. So he ain't trying to hit in this moment. So it is what it is. But, yeah, ain't nobody got time. Malik is supposed to be playing golf with some bigwigs, including the Colonel, who is not here for him because of his prior convictions, if you will. And a lot of people, and because of the reactions that they had the last time they saw him, he ain't here for him. But he will, he was like, oh, well, I mean, I can tag along or whatever. So he was like, I'll bring you, but you better be, quiet. I don't want to hear nothing out of you. You supposed to be background. Like, he's very, very, very good when it comes to golf. Very knowledgeable. So he needs him there. And I'm like, Malik, you probably barely know how to play. Like, stop it. Stop the foolishness. So with the money that Brittany has been bringing in, she has been wanting to upgrade her friend's apartment. Well, this heifer done went all the way out and above and beyond and has taken everything out of this girl's apartment, not knowing that she had a trunk that had something very sentimental in it. And so she was like, where's my trunk? She ended up donating it to an organization, to the mission. And so she was like, oh, I gotta go get my trunk. So she don't know what's in it right now. She don't know what it is that's going on that she is so obsessed over this trunk, but she's going to follow her. So Jameson and Malik are out on the course, and he is basically going to be his caddy for the day. And he better be glad. I'm just saying. So they end up at the mission, and Raquel, that's the person's name. I keep forgetting that's what her name is. That's the one who Brittany is living with at the moment. So she asked the person at the mission, like, what happened to the stuff that's in the trunk? She points to a sign that says something about trash dumpsters. So she go outside looking through the trash. Can't find the yo-yo. Don't know what's going on. And so both of them are in there looking for it, and nobody knows what's going on. Well, eventually, they see a little boy who apparently went through the trash as well, and he saw that yo-yo and took it. So now they got to try to bribe this child. Meanwhile, Malik is on the course and making a fool of himself. Don't never know. Like, he is so ignorant at times. Like, it almost makes me feel like, well, dang, he redeemed himself when he has these very few and far in between moments of redemption where he actually acted like he got some sense. But he's just so stupid. Anyway, he over here betting like ridiculous amounts of money per hole that he can beat this man. And I'm like, this man lives on a golf course and you don't. Like, you need to calm down. And needless to say, like, ain't no reason to even drag that out. He ain't know what he was doing. He ended up losing. At one point in time, when he got to a certain hole in particular, he bet the farm. This fool talking about, if I make this shot, you got to give Jameson a shot at the training camp. Like, you got to let him be a part of the training camp. If I don't get it, then I got to pay all this money to you. Like, he had to pay like $300,000 at the end of all of this because he missed the shot. And Jameson was like, I already knew you weren't going to make it anyway. It is what it is. And the Colonel was like, I knew you weren't going to make it, but whatever. Because he was like, well, what if I hadn't made it? He was like, look, Jameson has no place here. Like, with his past, ain't nobody checking for him. Like, he was just like, he's just not a good look. And he's very, very concerned about what other people are going to think. That's why he don't want him nothing to do with him. He ain't really caring about what he can bring to the table. It don't matter what the backstory is. He ain't here for it. So I'm like, child, it's a mess. Tasha is in Georgia and she done found this boy. Like, she really had to go to like a farm type situation. Like, when she was driving down the road, I was like, child, I don't know where this is, but yeah, it's definitely country. This man gonna tell her, if you gonna stay, then you're gonna have to grab a bucket because the cows need a milking and the hogs and things need to be fed. This heifer really was tiptoeing around in them big wide leg pants that was dragging the ground, then got muddied up and everything else so that she can milk the cows and do all of this. She sat down with him like she did all of this running around just for him to be like, you ain't got balls. And she was like, what? I mean, she really was there with this man. They over here smoking weed. And she done brought like one treat that he really likes, some kind of peanut butter balls or some kind of peanut butter something. I could not make out what she was saying. But he couldn't believe she had him. She didn't even like him. She was making him think that she liked him. She was spitting him out and everything while he was in the middle of talking. Kind of find this man to me, you ain't got balls. And so she was like, you know what? I wouldn't represent you if you was the last redneck on earth. Then went off and left. Child, I was like, you did all this. And my thing is this. All he really wanted was to make sure that his future was set financially by the time he turned a certain age. And she had even been saying to him, like, I get all of that. Because before this moment happened, she was like, you need to have your own beverage. Like, I could set you up with all types of endorsement deals. Like, her mind was like constantly going. Like, and I'm just like, she has proven to you that she can do this. You've seen what she's done for other people. So I don't understand why you're trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you ain't got the balls. So it's just stupid. So she got mad. I mean, she really sat up there with smoking weed with this boy and everything. It's like, child, go somewhere and sit down. And I understand that you want to secure your future by a certain age. You saw what she did for her son? Like, child, her son finna be out the game soon. Like, she's still trying to have longevity in all of this. So why are you doing this? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. So anyway, Brittany had a moment with her friend while she was trying to retrieve the yo-yo. And she was like, I don't understand why you helped me for that and all this other stuff. Like, she ended up like she had to go and barter pretty much and give this boy a signed Malik Wright jersey. The little boy walked off and was like, y'all never believe what I got today at the mission. I hit the jackpot. We could probably get this amount of money for this. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it was what it was. Like, the little boy was willing to accept $50, but he had Cash App. The boy was like, do it look like I had Cash App? I was like, oh my gosh, no. But it ended up being a good situation. It brought them closer as friends. Well, the day has come to an end. And like I said earlier, Malik ended up losing $300,000 because it's like, boy, you stupid. So anyway, he ended up taking Jameson home, or so what we thought was home. Like, he dropped this man off and like he looking in the rearview mirror after he done pulled off. It was like, wait a minute, because he acted like he was going into this apartment complex and he wasn't. He walked back across the street and proceeded to get into a car. And so Malik was like, okay, what's going on here? He busted a U-turn. And so then he rolled up on him in the window, knocked on the window and was like, what is going on right here? Ended up having to tell this boy, you go come live with me because ain't nobody got time for this. Like, no. So eventually he took him up on his offer because he was trying to be proud in the moment, and it just is what it is. But yeah, this was a good episode. This was a really good episode. And I didn't know if I was going to like the dude that's playing Jameson because he tears my nerves up on the Oval. Like, I cannot stand his character on the Oval. And I don't know if it's because of what Tyler Perry be doing to these people. But a lot of people be reading and they like, oh, well, they'll come from a Tyler Perry show and they will go leaps and bounds beyond the acting abilities that they have when they're on these other shows. Just like Tyler, is it Lamperly or whatever? His name is Tyler. And he be on Down in the Valley where them girls get naked. I couldn't stand him on Haves and the Have-Nots. It's the guy who plays Benny. Can't stand him on there, but he everything on that show. And it's like, why? But anyway, Is that the end of the episode? I feel like that's the end of the episode, child. Why is this acting the fool? Yeah, that's the end of the episode. Cause I was just like, Lord have mercy. Malik was like, "You gonna stay with me? It is what it is." And I mean, he pretty much is at his beck and call all day anyway. Might as well be there. It is what it is. He got that big old mansion. Like, child, he got room. He good. It is what it is. But anyway, that was the episode. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'll be back with the 4th episode very shortly. Y'all have a good day. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get down in the comment section and discuss it. Have y'all been enjoying it? Because I have. All right. Y'all take care. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.